Hello YouTube, this is Insane Monster, and we are here for What If Deku Had the Two Tails? And this will be part 3. Now then, you guys on the Discord and such have voted for this one to take the free spot in the main lineup to replace Anti-Venom Deku for the time being, for more content to be made and such. So yeah, that being said, I do hope that you will enjoy this series as part of the main lineup. With this part made, we will be going back on the thing for the main lineup, which will be main lineup what if, a voting pool what if, or a what if lotto what if, both of which will be set up in triplicate to be set up for the 6 main lineup what ifs. So 6 main lineup what ifs with 3 voting pool and 3 what if lotto winner what ifs put in between them. With all that being said, hopefully you understand the process that we are doing this finally, so I don't have to keep saying this in the comments. So yeah, with all that being said, hit it! Okay, now then, with that taken care of, we find Izuku early in the morning doing some training, as he is in a wooded area, and we just hear a big boom with a tree toppling over. As what we can see from what remains of the tree stump, it looks like something blew clean through it, and very cleanly and destructively at that. As Izuku is breathing heavily, he states, "Finally!" with Neko stating, "Yes, it appears you finally mastered your first jutsu." With Izuku stating, "Took you a while for you to actually start training me in how to use these things. Didn't think the result would be like this. They always so hard to learn?" He states, "No, not really. This is one of the more difficult ones, but I thought it would be highly necessary for some close-up destructive power." Wait, you started me out with a really hard one? Seriously? Well, yes. As for why it took so long for me to teach you a jutsu to begin with, remember, think about everything you were doing during the 10 months of training before the UA entrance exam. As he thinks for a moment and starts listing it off. Chakra growth methods, training both physically and mentally. There was also chakra control, being able to manipulate it properly to go as far not just to walk on vertical surfaces, but on water. And some other stuff. But then chakra change in chakra form. Knowledge about learning how to use chakra in a different holding a shape form, and then changing chakra nature, right? Which is lightning, water, earth, fire, and wind, right? As he states, yes, getting you proficient in the basics was the key, as well as hand-to-hand combat. I wanted to more or less lay down the foundations of it, as well as get you used to using the flames you're able to produce due to me. Currently, it seems that your primary element is wind. You have been also able to get the secondary chakra nature of fire, which works quite well with my abilities. And with this, you have mastered creating a forming a jutsu that uses a change in chakra form. And mind that the more power you place into this one, the larger it will become, making it more powerful and more destructive. So do keep that in mind. He sighs, remarking, looking at the destroyed tree trunk, stating, yeah, I'm gonna need to be careful about who I use this on and how. As he just laughs, stating, most definitely, especially with the other two out there. Wait, other two? Yes, remember? I told you there were 9 of us. But from what I could sense shortly after I went into your body when I first got here, I only sensed 2 others. Even if they were in other Venturiki, I should have sensed the others. Most likely meaning we were scattered about in different realms, in threes most likely. Probably some kind of security method they used to keep us safe. Is that going to be a problem for us, Neko? He states, well, one is in UA, but he's more the bratty one of the bunch. Has a real bad attitude. You sound like you're talking about a stubborn sibling. Wait, are you guys siblings? I am not. What? Um, I see. I know what you look. I know what you look like and how big you are. I don't even want to imagine who the parent was for you and them. But as he states, calm down. For starters, we don't look remotely the same. We come from the same source, but well, we're not exactly the we weren't exactly created or born in the same manner that you humans use for childbearing such. It was unique for us. As for what the details are, I don't like remembering it. But the one I mentioned in is in UA. He sensed them at the entrance exam. I left it be that you could focus on the exam rather than dealing with a possible Venturi key. Well, though, from what I could tell, there was plenty of discord between him and his Jinchuriki. Not only that, was the same in UA. They got into UA, but, well, Class 1B is the only other hero course that they could have gotten into, and it's near Class 1A. He isn't in any of either of them. Most likely the discord between them caused problems during the exam. They probably did get a good bit of points, but not enough to get into the hero course. But ever since after the exam, quite clear that that discord between them is gone. Most likely, failing to get into the hero course has made them more tolerable to work together with one another. Izuku had to ask, who is it? While I am the two tails, they are the one tail. Okay, so it's like 1 through 9, right? Yes. As for the Nine Tails, he is also here, but odd. He's cut himself off from it. It's more like something's blocking us. Odd. Normally, he would get in contact with us as soon as possible. I think he may have landed in trouble, but due to the fact that this realm does not have sealing jutsus in it, I severely doubt that they were able to. He was forced into becoming uh, a tail beast for a forced Jinchuriki, but thing isn't right. But issues for later. You should return home and hurry up and shower before school starts. Izuku remembering, oh yeah, that's right, as he washes up and gets to school. Once they get there, Aizawa tells them that they'll be having to choose a class rep, which they are excited to actually do normal school stuff, though not so normal in this case. While everybody was deciding upon everything, Izuku had to explain to Neko that the class rep did end up with a higher percentage of getting a good standing in Hero Society, showing off leadership skills and such, which he did understand, showing promise in a early state of their training would further their goals further down the line. That the everything goes same as in canon, with Izuku being picked as the class rep, getting 3 votes, as Bakugo is furious, yelling at who voted for him, as Izuku is a bit nervous, with Neko stating, I believe I know that certain someone that may have voted for you, Izuku. As he just had a mischievous laughter going on. Izuku just said, how can you not be like that during class, please? As he blushed a little bit, getting somewhat used to the romance novel loving tailed beast inside of him, being very annoyed by the previous Jinchuriki who had that hobby and passed it down to, to the Two Tails. After they go to lunch, they do begin to eat. As they begin talking, Ida shows that he is actually from a line of heroes, basically a hero lineage family, which is impressive to say the least, as the alarms go off. This being from the media breaking in, more or less. Izuku pretty much avoided them by scaling the walls, walking on. So yeah, as everyone was trying to push and shove, trying to get out, as the alarm was meant for a villain attack, Izuku had enough and jumped, latching onto the walls with his chakra, and running across, looking, seeing that it's just the reporters. Really? Matatabe's ears flickered, stating, careful, someone here does pose a threat. But they don't seem to be in the crowd we're in or with those reporters. They're nearby, they have quite a large amount of murderous, and as he figures he has to hurry up and calm everyone down. as he gets to the exit sign, yelling at them to stop. It's just the media, and they don't have to panic. Let's show those reporters that we're UA students and that we deserve to be here. Well said. I also think you may have gotten some attention from some of the general course study ladies. Can you please not? Please, Neko. Every chance. Of course, since we don't have the books with us so I can read them, this is my only entertainment. His eyes slightly twitched. He appreciates her, he's thankful, and he gets along with her, but her trolling does get a little old now and then. As everything calmed down and they got everybody away, Deku acts her if she still senses that massive murderous hostility. He states no. They got in and then they left. They didn't even harm anybody. Though I'm not sure if causing no harm would be correct. I think it's whoever that murderous intent came from was the one that destroyed the doorway, allowing the reporters to flood in. But to do it so quietly, that is troubling. As he thinks, yeah, that's just straight up unnerving. Since destroying a massive, thick, multi-layered security door with very little noise, like some kind of explosion, boom, or crash, that just sounds like it's not good. As they were leaving, Ida and Ochako caught up to him, asking to walk to the train station together. As he accepted, Ochako stated, "That was pretty impressive. I didn't think you could do something so precise like that." As he scratches at the back of his head, stating, "Yeah, I worked pretty hard to figure it out." As he remembers all the times he fell off of trees he was trying to walk on, as well as drop into water. With Ida remarking, "Yes, was impressive. Did quite well, class representative." As he sighs, remarking, "Thanks, Ida. I appreciate that." As we get to the League of Villains hideout, we see Tomura meeting with Kurogiri and his master over the monitor, stating that their mission was a success and that they have what they need. With the voice, all for one. Very good. Now then, I believe it's time to make the final. As a Nomu shows up, though something's odd. Its eyes are glowing. As we cut to the day that everyone is asked to put on their hero suits. As everyone does get dressed and ready to go for the trip, Izuku puts on his outfit, which is the same as you can see in the thumbnail. And with that, they all head onto the bus and begin talking about who would be popular heroes. They would say Todoroki is definitely one for sure. But Bakugo might have trouble given his attitude. And not many people would like someone so aggressive, causing him to yell at Sue for stating that. As Sue then looked at Izuku stating, Midoriya, it looks like your quirk isn't just fire. What exactly is it? Plus, I'd never seen a quirk with blue flames that has black marking. As he focused for a bit, thinking of something to say, stating, well, my quirk's called Yokai Flame, but it's like energy manipulation. But I can manipulate it to do different things. Depending on how I manipulate it, it can do other stuff too. Like how I walked on the walls to stop the rioting students when the media just flooded in. As they did find this curious, as he produced the blue flames with the black markings, stating these are just like the default for it. So yeah, this is just how they come out whenever I'm just pouring out energy. So it does act like fire, but it can also not act like fire, depending. As Ochako states, that's pretty cool. As Neko stated, very popular. With Azuku saying, can you, no, bad. As he just chuckles at this. Once they reach the USJ, they meet up with the hero 13, who explains the purpose of the facility to help train young heroes into learning the aspect of rescues during disaster events. And shows off everything. As they were looking around, they saw All Might wasn't there, but they also stated that All Might had some business to take care of, but he himself actually he ended up more or less using up all of his time, quite literally, apologizing profusely to Aizawa. With that, they just continued with the explanation of their training, as Isuku flinched. He felt something growl up in the Two Tails, asking, what's the matter? We're about to be attacked. So much hostility. As a portal opened up, Neko realized something. Oh, crap. As Izuku flared up his tail, he ran past Aizawa and 13 getting ready. With Hiroshima asking if those are false villains, Aizawa yelled at them, no, they're real. Hurry. 13, get them out of here now. Hold off the villains. You have to contact anybody to help us. Looking at Denki as he tried, showing that it's jammed. And none of them have a signal on their phones. They're completely cut off. As 13 is trying to guide the students, Aizawa looks at Izuku, stating, go with them now. You're not licensed and you're not trained for this. Izuku states, but I said go! As he jumps down. Begrudged, not wanting to, but he just grits his teeth, clenches his fist, and walks over to 13. With Neko stating, you have to go back. As Izuku asked why. He said he can handle it, and you saw him fight. As we switch over to Aizawa just wrecking the villains. Neko stated, because one of them has Kurama's chakra in it. It doesn't have him, but something must have happened. causing him to flinch. He asked her, No, 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 no. Who is it? It's that odd bird exposed brain creature. I don't know what that thing is, but I know a awful, awful experiment when I see one. We're just lucky Kurama isn't in there, but his chakra's in there. I doubt he'd do so willingly. Wait, what do you mean? We tail beasts are susceptible to jutsu ourselves, psychological. But in a world filled with all sorts of powers, there's no telling what could be there. What could be here that could allow something like this? As before anything else, Kurogiri pops up, same as in canon, giving his little speech. Hiroshima and Bakugo lunging at him for an attack, only to miss, as he warps them all across the USJ. Izuku going to the same water zone for the shipwreck area. Before he hits the water, he flips his legs to be underneath him as he focuses his chakra to stand on the water and start running toward the boat as fast as possible. He asks Neko if she can tell where everyone else is. He states that she can. The majority of them are still at the stairs with 13, but the rest are scattered all across the USJ. It appears Sue and Mineta are heading to the boat as well, so hurry. As he gets to the boat, he runs up the side, surprising the villains there. As Sue suits up and lands, with Mineta in tow, plopping him down on the ground. Looking over, he sees that they're surrounded. Sue asks if he's okay. He breathes a bit heavily, calming down from the panic, stating, "Yeah, I'm fine, but this is really not good." Looking over, just seeing all the villains. They have to come up with it. With Mineta stating, "Are you insane? These guys came here to kill All Might. How are we supposed to do that?" As they try to think, Neko tells Izuku to repeat this. As he does so. No, the only real problems are the wart villain, the guy with the hands all over himself, and that weird brain creature. The other ones, they do have some strength, but they're probably nothing more than cannon fodder to help the other three. With Sue asking, "Think so?" I suppose that would explain why Aizawa was able to take so many on so easily right off the bat. Not to mention taking down so many so quickly. Suppose if you're gonna take on someone like All Might, you would need some cannon fodder. With just Mineta freaking out, stating, "That still doesn't mean we can take them. We just got into UA." Izuku smirking, remembering what he just learned. "It's okay. I have an idea. You're gonna need to trust me." As they go through the plan, Mineta states, "You're crazy." With Izuku just smirking. Not that much. As he leaps over the railings, grabbing them from behind and pressing his legs against the wall, surprising the villains, wondering what he's doing. His tail forms around his legs, boosting their strength. As he states, "Ready!" Shooting out, he goes directly into the water, going as deep as possible. With the villains going after him, only half remain to deal with Mineta and Sue, as they decide to slice the boat in half to get rid of the other two. Once Izuku reaches the bottom, he uses his chakra to anchor himself on the bottoms of his feet, right there at the bottom of the mix-shaped, well, artificial lake. As he smirks, moving his hands rapidly. One hand extended, the other one wrapping around a spherical area. That's right. He's created a Rasengan, the human version of the Tail Beast bomb, and possibly the easiest thing for a Tail Beast to teach a human how to use. Though, or at least the most efficient high-level Jutsu they can learn from a Tail Beast. Boosting it with plenty of power, it creates a whirlpool with the rapid spinning. Sucking in all the villains, Sue jumps off with Mineta as, like in canon, he freaks out wanting to do his best and just rips the sticky balls from his head over and over and over again. As they all get sucked into the vortex, before they hit the Rasengan, Izuku released it and then hurried up to get to the surface because he was running out of air. Thankfully to the chakra enhancements and the stronger physical body from the training, he's able to get there without problems. They hurry up trying to get to the shore. They take a look, seeing Aizawa messed up, seeing the Nomu covered in red chakra. In shock, Izuku can hear that the two tails as it tried to get his attention. But it was too late, with Shigaraki being there, as he just saw him go for the hands. He heard a final part with Neko stating that this is the same guy that destroyed the gate. Remembering what he saw at the gate, thinking about what happened to Sue and Mineta. For a moment, everything froze. Tried to breathe, but it was hard. Didn't know what was going on. Then he saw Marie again. He saw Neko. He looked at her, asking what's going on, and trying to limit our connection. Stronger connection could mean more difficulty removing you. Well, moving me from. I'm not sure if be safe for you particularly. Thinking to herself that since a human from a different world was born without chakra, but developed it after being her Jinchuriki, wasn't sure how dangerous it would be to remove her. We're able to remove Shikaku from Gara safely and put him in a basically a sealing pot thing, but she wasn't sure that would work. Deku. So she had to give it to him straight, stating, look, in limiting our connection, that if I ever had to leave, you wouldn't die from it. But as things are standing, I don't think we can do that anymore. We'd have to reconnect. We did do that. Body will have a period of adjustment for receiving even larger amounts of chakra. Looking at her, he looks around, seeing people he called his friends, people that or his classmates, his teacher. Keeps in states, right, understand, let's do it. As he smirks, stating, and stop calling me Neko. As he just laughs, stating, what should I call you? My name. Call me by my name. It's Machitabe. As he places his fist up, Machitabe puts her paw on it. As it creates a blinding blue light, Shigaraki is flown back. Sue and Mineta are out of the water and onto the side near Aizawa on the ground. As the Nomu has now missing its arms, as well as having a large blue claw appendage stabbed into its gut, revealing what looks like a rare version of the Two Tails, yelling out a mixture of both Izuku and Machitabe's voice, stating, "You're not hurting anyone anymore!" As they enter into a space, Izuku is sitting on top of Machitabe's head, but sees two other shadowy figures. One looks like a single-tailed beast with a human on it. The other one looks like a nine-tailed beast with chains. They all look fuzzy. Machitabe tells Izuku to hurry up and get answers. Still tried to do everything he can to let this meeting last. I didn't intend to do this, but looks like it happened accidentally. Hurry. Machitabe disappeared. Izuku landed on his feet in the odd landscape. As he took a breath, looking over, to hear the One Tails and their Jinchuriki. Just hear a staticky voice stating, "Yeah, what about it? And the name's Sakaku, got it?" As he states, alright. And you? I'll leave that later. Says the shadowy human figure on top of Sakaku's shadowy figure head. As he looks over, chained Ninetales, states, "You're Kurama, right? What happened to you?" He jolts, rattling these chains, stating, "I really hate mind games. I came here, like the others, ran into someone, and found me. Oh, they were not innocent. Did something. Wrapped mind in my body. Can't even control myself anymore." With Sakaku laughing, stating, "Third time, isn't it? You really have bad luck with mind control, don't you?" Kurama scoffing, yelling at him to shut it. As he takes a breath, he states, "Listen, the creature that you and Machitabe are fighting, my body was ordered for my chakra into it. I've been guarding all the memories of the Jutsus and such, much as I can. They've learned some things about the beast. At most, they know that there's only 3 of us here. Also, they figured out I could not only pass chakra into them, but there is a way for them to generate Tail Beast chakra themselves." Sakaku stating, "Ugh. You mean like those 2 twins you ate? Honestly, that was revolting. How they did that. Don't remind me. It's unpleasant." As Kurama continued, stating, Look, you have to be careful. Be careful of the one known as all for one. Is dangerous, powerful, multiple ability. The reason he was able to take control of my mind so easily was I got to me before I could get a Jinchuriki. I'm keeping the knowledge of that secret as well. He's always trying to get more. Most I've been giving them random crap to look through. I've been alive for far longer than this whelp. So, lasts for quite some time. Just hurry up, find me, and get me out of here. As Izuku states, alright, but how? Listen, have to assume that this is some alternate version of what could be considered a genjutsu. Hachitabe taught you about that. As he states, yeah. Taijutsu combat, physical combat. Ninjutsu, things like the Rasengan and other jutsu attacks. And genjutsu is like illusions, mind control, and that kind of stuff. He shook his head, stating, yes, exactly. So, give me a nice whack on the head. Should hopefully undo it, right? But I don't know how long it will take you to find me. Forcing my body to restrain the chakra output, making it more difficult either Shikaku or Matsutabe to find me. And Shikaku scoffed, stating, as if I would ever go looking for you, you fox bastard. As Shikaku's Jinchuriki states, you realize what he's saying is a problem for us if he comes after us, right? Cringing at this, he states, with that, Rama can feel that they're losing. Their time is about to be over. So Kurama looked at him, stating, remember, all for one. Be careful. He is weakened, but he's using my chakra to help strengthen his physical. After those injuries, I saw him when I first met him. So, watch out and have someone watching your back besides Macho. Got it, kid? He shook his head, stating, got it. As it began to fade, he looks over at the Jinchuriki for Shikaku, who just laughs. I was a bit stubborn before and missed my chance to get into the Hero Corps. I won't do that again. As Shikaku laughs, stating, see you later, kid. As they're back in reality, we just see the where Matsutabe still stabbing the Nomu in the gut. As it rips its hand out, it yanks out Kurama's chakra, taking it back into itself, storing it in like a little bubble inside of Izuku's chakra network. This causes the Nomu to stagger. The power was simultaneously healing and destroying its body. Generation helped with it, but it was still pretty taxing to constantly damage and regenerate. So he took this chance, stating, you're sorry, but it doesn't look like you're human anymore, so I don't have to hold back. Reeling his claws for a good wind-up and extending them, he swipes, leaving the Nomu in half. Shigaraki, furious at this, yells, you killed Nomu! Oh no. It was meant to kill All Might. All Might. How could you kill Nomu? It looked at him and stated, I figured out a couple of things while I had my hand in his gut. One, it could regenerate. Two, it had the ability of some kind of shock absorption. Problem is, you made that thing to fight All Might. You made it to fight a single individual with a set of particular fighting capabilities. You didn't do anything to make sure it can be cleaved in half. You were too focused on making it defeat All Might that you didn't consider anybody else having a power that could go past shock absorption, a blade. Driving with fury, Kurogiri shows up behind him stating, we need to leave. As he yells at Kurogiri saying, shut up! Only for the doors to bash open with All Might appearing. Very pissed, mind you. And taking out a number of villains. Shigaraki said, fine. As Kurogiri got him out of there, All Might went to go check on Aizawa. Seeing that he was still alive, but he did have a broken arm. So they had to get him somewhere else. As he ordered the kids to go up and wait for the other teachers that will be coming. He'll deal with the villains. They did so, and he went around in a flash, taking out all the villains in all the areas. He had enough energy to do so, especially since he didn't have to fight the Nomu to waste a ton of it fighting it. A couple of quick strikes in good succession, and taken care of. As that was done, Izuku was having trouble standing after he reverted back, breathing heavily, going only about halfway up the steps till he collapsed with exhaustion. Machitabi stated, sorry, it looks like your body isn't ready to handle that large amount of chakra yet. We'll need to figure something. Don't worry. Be alright. As when he does wake up, he finds himself in the nurse's office, seeing Ochako in the chair next. He's passed out, sitting up. He sits up with some of his back cracking, feeling, that don't feel right. Transformation, really. He's moving his joints around, popping them. Yeah, need more training if I'm gonna handle that much power. As Ochako began to wake up, he looked at him. He was happy, jumped at him, stating, you're awake, and you're okay. As he blushed a bit, asking, Uraraka? What? Yeah, I'm okay. As she blushed a bit, sitting down, stating, sorry, I was just worried. I saw you were coming back up the stairs just fine until you collapsed halfway. As he laughed a bit, stating, it's fine. Thanks. He clenched her fists a bit, saying, oh, you always seem to be really reckless. That really going to worry everybody. As he tears up a bit, scratches the back of his neck, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to worry you. And I know I got some work to do, but I'm confident I'll get to a point where I won't have to worry anyone ever again. As he smirks, stating, "You better, because that was scary." As he smirks, he looks at Ochako, blushing a bit, and takes a deep breath. "Hey, Chaco, would you like to go get something to eat now and then?" As he blushes a bit, tensing up, stating, "That that sounds nice." As they hear something stumble outside the infirmary door. Is Zuko getting a serious face and walking over, opening it and very quickly, only to have a pile of his classmates fall in, looking very nervous about this situation as Izuku's giving them a death glare. Bakugo yelling, "You gotta be kidding me! Really? Ah!" Being angry at what he just overheard, yelling in the hallway. Hiroshima trying to calm him down, as Mineta just popped up, stating, "Looks like Class 1A's first couple has already been decided." As Izuku swats him with his tail, sending him into the hallway. Izuku instantly hears Matatabi stating, "Pure gold." As Izuku just realized, wait a minute, you weren't talking fire exchange with Uraraka. You didn't tell me about them. Were you just quiet this whole time? Just so that you can hear all this play out? Really? What can I say? It was quite good. Oh, this cat. As Recovery Girl gets back to the infirmary, stating, all right. Everyone get going. I have to do another exam before sending him home. So everyone get." As they all get, Zuko says, "See you later, Uraka." Uraka smirks it, stating, "You can, Chaco." As he smirks, saying, "You can call me Zuko." As he goes off. After the exam, Recovery Girl states, "Seems as though you've recovered quite well, and quite quickly. Your body's just a bit sore from the backlash. Whatever you did saved Aizawa. Do appreciate it. It could have gotten a lot worse." As he smirks, stating, "It's fine." As Recovery Girl states, there is also someone else that wishes to talk to you. I'll be going now. You stay here for them. As he just sat down looking at the doorway, Recovery Girl walked off. As All Might, a couple of moments later, walked in stating, "I am here to congratulate you." As Izuku was like, "All Might? What are you?" "I came to congratulate you. I was told about that creature. You said while you had your hands, your fire claw in it, you said you recognized that it was healing itself and that it had some sort of shock absorption ability, correct?" Looking at him seriously, states, "Yeah, that would make it hard for you to fight since you're a blunt fighter. Your punches and kicks would do me so much." So it made it easier to attack it with a blade, as he creates a flame claw on one of his uh, fingers and makes it disappear. Yes, I see. They focused on making that thing to fight me to the point that they didn't consider any other contingencies. Is that it? Well, yeah, more or less. As All Might shook his head, thinking that this kid's quirk is pretty powerful. And the way he speaks about it, it makes sense. If something is designed to defeat a certain person, it makes it easier to be beaten by someone else, different skill set. As he's as he looks at Izuku stating, "Well, I congratulate you, and I'm looking forward to your future." So, with that being said, thank you. As Izuku clenched his fist, asking All Might to wait a bit. I have to ask. You are the number one hero, so you know a lot about high level villains, right? As he looks over at Izuku, asking, I suppose so. Why? Izuku, a deep breath in, asked, you ever heard the villain called All for One? The blood from All Might's face just left, making him look ghostly pale. He asked, where you hear that name? And as a rule, we will be ending it for right now. I do hope you have enjoyed. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Set it to all so that you're properly updated. And I hope to see you guys next time.